Yes, yes, but it's breaking. Good evening and welcome back, everyone. Sorry for the disturbance cause there was a little technical issue. And now we are back with Alex from Metacraft. Hello, Alex. How are you?
Hello, Charan. Nice to be back with you.
Yes, I think we have three more questions left for the AMA, right?
Yes, I think
Alex,
so.
can you
Yes.
hear me?
Yes, I can.
Sure, let's continue with the AMA.
Sure. So we had some additional questions from Telegram, and
Yes.
the questions are from, let me just bring that up. There were so many questions. We had questions from CryptoMain on Telegram as asking, currently a lot of people are looking for at NFTs and metaverse and games. Can you tell me what advantages you will have in this field in the future? So as mentioned, we're not just strictly just an NFT marketplace platform. We're not just a metaverse platform or gaming. We're a combination of all of that plus more. So we, for example, have gaming that can plug into our metaverse and that also interacts with our NFT platform. We have a metaverse that can plug into other metaverses that allows for additional traffic and additional NFT collections to be displayed, for example, in our gallery or to be involved in our gaming. Our games are very high quality that have an NFT component and they're play to win, which allow the users to or the players to actually earn while they're enjoying the environment. Additionally, we're going to have e-commerce and other events that are gamified and tokenized based on NFTs in our environment. So, for example, you'd be able to interact with celebrities, in a concert or a sporting event, and win NFTs as a result of your interactions. There'd be a game involved, as part of that, so it's going to be engaging. So our metaverse is going to be really a hub where a lot of these activities can happen. So it's not just going to be a website. So that's the advantage that we have. We are a combination of everything that's cutting edge at this point, and we're not just one NFT platform, and we also have it. So we had another question from CryptoMan. Says, can you explain about your long-term plans? So the long-term plans are, so in the short run, we're going to have our TGE shortly in a few weeks. We're going to have our game launch, which is a P2E highly sophisticated Aztec game. It's a maze game. And we're also going to have our DAO launchpad released in April. We also have new projects, new gaming projects and other projects that are going to have their NFTs listed on our platform. And then our metaverse itself is going to be released in April. We also have, obviously we're going to have our tokens by then. Our tokens are called MCRT, and they're going to be listed on a number of DEXs and exchanges. I'm not at liberty to mention those because we have NDA agreements with them. And in the long run, we have many plans for our metaverse integration with our gaming platform, with our NFT platform. We have major e-commerce and entertainment companies launching on our platform. And we have a number of other gaming companies that are going to launch their tokens on our platform. They're going to also they're going to have listings on our platform, and they're going to engage with us in our metaverse as well. So we have a number of plans coming down the road, and we also have additional plans to integrate with additional chains and layers. So many moving parts at this point, and we are going to be releasing the news as we go forward. But in the short run, the TG is the biggest, and the game release is going to be at the same time. So a lot of exciting things coming up.
That's great, really, Alex.
Okay, so we have some other questions from YouTube. We have a question from Toy Summers. Says, what are your plans for the global expansion? Are you focusing on markets at this time on building and developing, or getting customers and users or partnerships? So we're expanding into a lot of new markets, other language or other markets that are not English speaking, per se. So we, for example, are expanding into the Russian speaking communities. So we are forming partnerships, and we actually have Telegram groups for them. This is a very important market. Asia is a huge market for gaming. So we are forming partnerships with gaming communities in India, Korea, Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand, and we're also expanding to other markets in Asia. We're forming partnerships, of course, with China. China is a huge market for us. And then we're also going into the Spanish market. Spanish-speaking market is something that's probably overlooked by many projects. Spain in itself, and also South America, Latin America, Central and South America is very important for us. We're forming partnerships there. And currently, our team is actually based out of Canada, Europe, China, and Japan. So our team in itself is quite diversified. And moving forward, we're forming partnerships with US-based entertainment companies, European-based companies, and major e-commerce operations in Europe as well. And as mentioned, the opportunities are just opening up. We're just realizing, we're getting interest from a number of different communities. We're talking to gaming guilds in many communities in Asia. And we're creating this complex tokenomics to engage and also profit the gamers on our platform. So that's the extent of our engagement with foreign or with other markets.
That's awesome.
Yes. So on to the next question. Let's see. We had another question from, let's pick another one from YouTube. Okay, so yes. So it says from Adewumi Olusona Suniawi, I hope I pronounced it right. It says, is the project limited to only Polygon Smart Chain? Do you have plans for expanding? Well, no, of course not. I mean, the project is actually both, but it's on Polygon, BSC, and Metis. So we're one of the first platforms, but not only are we decentralized, but we're one of the first ones that has tight integration with Polygon and Metis. They're both layer 2, which provides a number of advantages for our users in terms of cost. So for example, minting on Polygon is in the pennies. On Metis is quite inexpensive as well. And we're also in the middle of integrating with a number of other chains, and other layers as well. We are working with some protocol layer companies that provide that kind of integration, which would allow for seamless minting across different chains, and also transferring of NFT assets across these chains. And this is actually a very big accomplishment we're working on. And at this point, we have a lot of projects, as part of our platform running, but that's definitely one of them, and that's something that we're actively working on. So stay tuned for additional chains and layers coming up, and other tokens, additional tokens that you're going to be able to utilize to trade your NFT with.
A nice explanation.
Yeah, thank you, Charan. Do we have time for other questions, Charan?
Yes, yes. You can go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to pick one more question from YouTube. So it says CryptoMain 896 says, how do you handle security issues in your project? And is there any advantage for developers if they get a bug on the platform? Let's talk about partnership that you're collaborating with. Okay, so yes, of course. So security questions. So first of all, with any NFT created, we do a scan of the internet to see if that NFT actually exists already. So we want to verify the authenticity of an NFT. Additionally, all of our NFTs are stored on IPFS to guarantee security and authenticity. Furthermore, any contract, any smart contract that's deployed on our platform has to go through a security audit. And that's something that we've done with our own contracts and additional partners contracts. So we do not actually host anything that is not being certified, and we've been working with Certic in the past. So all of our contracts, all of our NFTs are guaranteed to be safe. Additionally, we have security checks built into the platform through our intensive QA cycles to guarantee to do penetration testing and smoke testing and load testing, just to make sure that we don't have any security breaches, we don't have any hacks or any denial of service. So we are actively trying to make our platform more secure, and to protect our users' assets and tokens. So our QA cycle has been quite intense.
Top reputed audit company, Certic.
That's right. Yes, Certic is very well known, and they do a very thorough job. They're very well respected in the market, and that's the authority we've been working with. So Certic is quite, we want to guarantee the security of our platform.
Great.
I'm going to pick one more question. Let's see now. We have, okay, so it says CryptoMain says, okay, I think let's pick one more question here. Okay, so it says community support is an extremely important factor for all projects. So what made you decide to choose communities to host AMAs, and what do you expect the most from these AMAs? So our community, of course, is very important. We are interested in partnering with a number of different communities. So for example, gaming communities, gaming guilds are quite important for us because not only do we want to engage them as part of our gaming and Metaverse and NFT platform, but we also want them to leverage our platform to create more sophisticated games. So with gaming guilds, for example, we're coming up with agreements to use our NFTs to enhance or strengthen the gaming capabilities of their community. So these are, so for example, we've had AMAs with them. We are basing our AMAs with a lot of Asian groups, because obviously gaming is huge in Asia, and it is something that we find very actually interesting. For example, Korea and Vietnam are quite huge when it comes to gaming. These are not obviously markets that are well known in the West, but we've been working with them. We're discovering new gaming communities, new ideas. So we're quite active with a lot of communities. We're also forming partnership with actually companies that create game creation companies. So we're going to be making announcements soon. Some major players in the market are going to be listing their NFTs, or they're going to be integrating their NFTs and the gaming with our platform. and of course with our metaverse eventually. So with these. And then we also have a lot of interest in our metaverse platform. Our quality of the metaverse is quite high compared to a lot of the other options out there. If you look at Sandbox or Decentraland, you'll find that our quality is quite high. So we're getting a lot of interest about metaverse potential. Things like e-commerce and staging live streaming events and interactions and so on. We're forming new partnerships. We're coming up with some very interesting scenarios in our platform, for asset custody and some very complex legal title, custodies and so on. So we're trying to gamify those and add an NFT component and so on. So we're also forming communities, in terms, on that level as well with some legal firms and so on in the UK and in Europe. So we have a number of different angles to our project, and we have a number of communities that we're engaging with. Any more questions, Sharon, do we have, or?
Yeah, can you please choose 2 YouTube questions and 1 Telegram question?
Sure. How do you plan to encourage people to use your solution? What is your go-to-market strategy? So the solution, the encouraging people to engage with our solution is actually the first step we're doing even before we launch our TGE. So we're coming up with our first P2E game, and that is a game that's going to allow you to use your skills to earn on our platform. And then we also are going to have staking as part of our game. So that's going to encourage people to use their tokens on our tokens on our platform and earn based on their skill or simply their time on the platform. And the go-to-market strategy has been exactly that. We're going to leverage the gaming community to engage them on our platform. Additionally, we've engaged a number of artists to use our. And then as part of our e-commerce, we actually have a number of properties sold already as part of our, the metaverse. We've sold a number of properties in our metaverse. And our metaverse is going to host a gallery, a museum, and a music arena, basically for staging events. So the gallery, for example, is going to allow the posting of NFTs for sale in the gallery, and the gallery has a direct connection to the marketplace, which allows the NFTs to be purchased directly from the metaverse itself. The platform is going to have a number of different aspects that are going to encourage people to engage. And as mentioned, Metaverse is a huge, there's huge amount of interest in Metaverse right now. So we're going to be at the cutting edge of that. And then further down the road, we're going to have more sophisticated games. And the games are going to be plugged into our metaverse, and our metaverse is going to be plugged into other metaverses. So we're going to have a lot of options for our community, to be engaged on our platform. Okay, I'm going to pick one more question. Okay, so Tarushi Natmini says Southeast Asia is a very vibrant market, and there are many new platforms under development. What do you think about Southeast Asia, and do you have plans to grow? Well, obviously, I mean, our team is partly based in Asia, in China. I mean, of course, China is the biggest market there is in terms of gaming in Asia. So we have a very close relationship with the gaming community in China. There's been a lot of interest in our tokens. We actually are oversubscribed, with our tokens, with many investors, some of whom are in Asia. We're going to have listings on some exchanges that are based out of Asia. And we are discovering actually markets that we never knew, at least, some of us didn't know existed, gaming communities in Korea, Vietnam, India, Pakistan. We're finding gaming guilds that are quite vibrant in these countries. So we're forming partnerships with them, and we're targeting. So, for example, our Telegram channels are going to have multilingual groups. We're going to have currently we have a Turkish group, we have a Russian, we have English, we have Chinese. We're adding Hindi, and we're adding Thai, and we're adding one group in Indonesia. This is in the short run, and we have plans to add, Spanish and Portuguese in Europe, and then additional ones in Asia. So our community in Asia is going to grow, and we are actually counting on that as one of our biggest growth areas, the Asian community. And we're also looking at a number of gaming guilds that are quite active in Asia, and those are the ones that are going to be leveraging our NFT platform, as well as our gaming plugins to integrate with us.
Surprised that Metacraft has many plans that this is going to make more stronger for this. Really,
before gaming against in a VR world, against a celebrity, with an NFT component, and live streaming, and then we have gaming guilds approaching us for different opportunities. So there's quite a number of ideas that are just evolving, and we're actually in the game launch, but beyond that, we have a number of ideas for expansion. We're going to be expanding further into Asia and Europe and North America. So a lot of moving parts at this point. So it gets to be quite overwhelming at times, but we're managing so far.
We have one last question for this session in by Telegram.
Okay.
Yeah.
And did you want to pick it for me?
Yes,
okay.
Please pick it.
Okay, sure.
In Telegram question.
Okay. It says Juan Negoklu says, I'm interested to invest in your project. Where can I buy the tokens? Are they already listed on exchanges? We have some NDA agreements, so I can't really go into details. By the end of this month, the latest beginning of the first week of March, we're going to be launched on a number of DEXs and some centralized exchanges as well. And interestingly, some of the exchanges have invested in us. They see a lot of potential. We're seeing very favorable treatments from the exchanges. So we're going to soon have our TGE, and the announcement is going to be made soon as to where they're going to be launched. Our initial fundraising rounds have been oversubscribed much earlier than we even predicted. But basically, for the public, our TG is going to be fairly soon, and you're going to see us on a number of major exchanges and DEXs as well.
Thank you very much for your answers and your time, Alex. It was really great, amazing, Amy.
Yes, thank you very much, Sharon. You've been a gracious host, and thanks to your community. Thanks for the interest, and hopefully you'll join our Telegram channel or Twitter channel or YouTube channels. They're going to be listed with the YouTube posting of this video. And we hope to see you in our community, and we hope to engage you on our platform.
We are really very honored to have you here. Dear community members, if you have more questions, please head to Metacraft group and you can ask more questions.